So, Ray, if you ran the prison system, what would you do differently?
Well, I think that as far as education, I would make sure that there's actually more programs out there to uh, to better fit the inmate population and prepare them for their transition back into society. I think there needs to be more mental health programs because some inmates have mental issues that they need to deal with. I think there needs to be more apprenticeship programs, more actual training for actual jobs that they could apply for, with that they could apply on the streets. Because I mean, you can get an associate's degree in prison, but is he going to get you a job? So I think more hands-on training for real jobs and careers that'll put them on a successful path of transitioning. That's probably the biggest change that I would make. Teaching them more about finances, how to manage their money, how to invest their money, and
Mm.
have these mandatory programs. Because there's some adult inmates that still don't know how to manage their money. They don't know how to invest. They don't know about the stock market. They don't know about investing in real estate. They don't know about other investments. So I think I would have it where they're well rounded off as far as in their finances, in their mental health. If they choose to take classes that will feed their spirit, which I encourage, learning more about their relationship with God. I would definitely provide, which there are some, they do provide some, but I think I would have more classes for those areas to for the inmates if they chose to go that route.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Is there anything that you feel the prison system's doing right that you would continue doing if you were in charge?
Well, I believe that there has to be a system there for people who commit crimes. So there's no doubt about that. Um, they must have did something right with me because I'm not going to commit a crime again. And I'm not saying that the amount of time justifies my crime, but um, no system is perfect. But I'd rather have a broken system um, that can be fixed than no system at all to let people run wild and commit crimes and chaos within the community, because our community needs to be safe, and it's a fact that prison systems are needed. You know, um, I don't want to say that the prison system's totally wrong. I don't want to say it's totally right. I think there's always room for improvement, and I'm happy to say that I'm glad that we have something to work with and something that's there to
Hmm.
keep our community safe.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Do you feel that the guards would need more training on how to treat the inmates with respect, or do you feel that they do what they have to do to keep order?
I think the majority of in the federal system, I think the majority of correctional officers were pretty respectful, at least toward me. But of course, you have those little bad apples here and there too, just like everywhere, every crowd. You have those ones that cross the line and think that they're, gung ho and that they can boss people around and talk down to them. So I think, but through my experience, I think overall that they did a pretty good job. I mean, as far as communicating with the inmates and dealing with them, and I never had any real big issues
That-
personally.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Uh,
And my last question is, you're an amazing success story. So, what have you been doing since you got out? And please share with us how you're doing overall.
Well, once I was released from prison. I was offered a opportunity to become a chauffeur at a luxury transportation company in Las Vegas. And within 6 months, we have two departments. We have the regular chauffeurs, and then we have the VIP section, which drives all the Rolls Royces and the Mercedes and all the nice fancy cars. So within 6 months, I was honored to be moved to the VIP section. And since then, I've transported, I mean, I'm talking about the Mariah Careys, the Walton family. I actually did their wedding in Big Bear, Elton John. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, I just had Drake the other day for 3 days. And I mean, I've driven in Super Bowls. I've driven in film festivals and award shows. I mean, so I've been just about everywhere. I travel out of the country actually with clients also. So I am very thankful, very blessed to be able to be in the position I am now, coming from being incarcerated. I have a book titled The Chauffeur, and I won it's my autobiography. I won an award, International Latino Book Award. I'm actually rewriting it and relaunching it. And I'm actually working on a documentary right now, putting a package together to submit to Netflix or one of the networks. When I was incarcerated, all I did was write movie scripts. So I have other projects that I'm working on. And but my biggest claim to fame is working with at-risk kids. I work with a program called Real Talk Youth Impact Program, and I'm an interventionist. It's a gang, drug, and prison intervention for at-risk kids in Southern Nevada. I speak at colleges, I speak at youth camps, I speak to adult inmates also. So to me, that's when I say that prison was my training ground, I say it because now I see that I have the tools to help change lives through my experience and my bad choices. So for me, it's all worth everything I went through if I can help change one life. And would I would I go back and change things? That's a good question. I get that all the time. I wouldn't do it again, but but I don't think I would change things because it made me who I am today, and it gave me the tools and the experience to reach out and help my community.
What's the most important lesson you learned while you were incarcerated?
The most important lesson I learned is that life is not about me. It's not about what I can take from this world. It's about what I can give back, what I can leave, and how do I want to be remembered? Do I want to be remembered as Ray, the drug dealer that was incarcerated, gang member, drug trafficker that had all this money? Or do I want to be remembered the Ray that's changing lives, that's making a difference, that's giving back, that's giving out love to his family and friends, and that's being loved? Because at the end of the day, it's all about, our like Warren Buffett said, our success is not measured by our wealth. It's measured by the amount of love we give out and the love we receive.
Yeah,
And I want to hold true to that because we're not taking that money with us. We're not taking our worldly success with us. Um, but I believe that love does go with us wherever we go.
absolutely. And what's the greatest message that you want these young people that you speak to or who you speak to learn?
The greatest message is, you know what, you only have one life. Use it wisely, use it the right way, and make a difference in the lives around you. Start with yourself. And I think that doors will open up for you and everything else will fall in place. When your heart is right, when your intentions are right. Um, Danny Trejo said that his biggest opportunities came to him when he was helping others.
Mhm.
That's how he became, an actor. And Danny Trejo he did time in prison too. So, and I believe that when you're helping others unselfishly, that's when the opportunities come and doors open up, and you can't go wrong with that.
Absolutely. Ray, it's been an honor. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this time, and I know the students will too.
Well, thank you for having me, and it was an honor for me to be a part of your interview.
Best of luck going forward.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.